Let f be root x plus 1 and g be 2x minus 7. Find the following and state their domains. So f plus g, basically we are adding these two functions. Okay, so we can write f plus g x. Okay, the sum of these two functions will be a function of x, so that is in fact just fx plus gx, and fx is given by root x plus 1 plus gx is given by 2x minus 7. There are three terms and all of them are unlike, so we cannot combine any terms. So this is it, and we need to state the domain of this new function, sum of these two functions. Domain is no problem on 2x in these two terms, 2x minus 7, but square root of something is defined when this is bigger than equal to 0. So x plus 1 should be bigger than equal to 0. So let's do that over here. So x plus 1 should be bigger than equal to 0. That means subtract 1 from both sides, we get x should be bigger than equal to negative 1. Negative 1 and all the way to positive infinity. So domain will be negative 1 and all bigger numbers all the way to positive infinity. Okay, let's move to part 2, f minus g. So basically we just subtract fx gx from fx, so fx minus gx, that is fx is given by root x plus 1 minus gx is given by 2x minus 7. But we have to be careful, there is a negative sign, so we need to put parentheses around, and this is negative 1, we need to distribute. This is same as root x plus 1 minus 1 2x minus 1 minus plus 7. Okay, this is it. This is the difference of two functions. Now we want to write the domain. Negative 2x plus 7, there is no problem, all real numbers are defined, these two terms are defined for all real numbers. Here is the problem, root x plus 1, x plus this root is defined when x plus 1 is bigger than equal to 0, same like the previous one. So domain is same thing, so domain will be negative 1 all the way to infinity. In part 3 we need to multiply f times g, we need to multiply these two functions. Okay, that will be just fx times gx. F is given by root x plus 1 times gx is given by 2x minus 7. Okay, so when we multiply, basically we distribute, so this will be this one times 2x, so 2x root x plus 1 minus this one times 7 is 7 root x plus 1. Okay, this is the product. And how about the domain? Same thing like part 1 or 2, root x plus 1 is defined when the x plus 1 is bigger than equal to 0. This should be 0 or bigger, and that gives us negative 1 through positive infinity. And finally we need to divide f by g. This is basically fx divided by gx. So f is given by root x plus 1 divided by g is given by 2x minus 7. Okay, that's fx over gx. No cancellations. Now we need to find the domain. Okay, the bottom should not be 0, so we have two cases, the bottom should not be 0 and square root of x plus 1, this x plus 1 should be bigger than equal to 0. Okay, so let's work out here, over here, 2x minus 7 should not be equal to 0, add 7 and divide by 2, so x should not be equal to 7 over 2, add 7, divide by 2, and at the same time x plus 1 should be bigger than equal to 0, which is similar to what we did in past. in previous 3 questions. X should be bigger than or equal to -1. So if I try to draw number line, then the domain for this function will be x bigger than or equal to -1. So -1 and bigger all the way, and 7/2, that's 3.5, and should not be 3.5, 7/2. So -1 through 7/2 and 7/2 all the way to infinity. All real numbers bigger than or equal to -1 except 7/2. Okay, that's the domain. So we write in this way: -1 7/2 parenthesis, so this is not included, union 7/2 through infinity, final.